Hi, this video I'm hoping not to go over 10 minutes, and I'll do great if it goes 7 minutes, but I have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. And, of course, it had to be something special for me to do. Did I do 3 Yeah, I did about at least 3 videos within this week, at least. So do get there and check the other videos that are on this channel. Now, the video that I'm going to leave at the bottom of this channel will be about the couple that had their children taken away from them. Um, they was accused of being terrorists, and they ate organic. They was homeschooling. It's a situation very similar to the woman in Buffalo. This is going throughout the country. And I'm told that it has been going on for decades within the UK, and I'm sure it has been going on here, but it's ever growing. But see, that's the common in the communities, that when something is small, that's when we need to attend to it, not wait till it gets growing like fire. Because I'm gonna let you figure the quote out to that on its own. This is titled Feisty Feeling Friday. It has been a very feisty week, okay? That ain't okay. No, it's not. No. Throweth brimstones. Throw it brimstones. Who? And ever else. So I'm still going to be talking about the public school. If you checked out the tackling the tolling, taxing, and tackling Tuesday, I spoke about the public schooling. I'm coming back to speak brief back on that. We pay taxes, so we should at least have adequate, cordial, and safe, because like I say, even if you're on welfare, or even if you work as a janitor, you still gotta pay taxes, and then pay taxes again when you go buy diapers. You pay taxes up in that gas money. You pay taxes when you get, when you go get that money order for your rent. Even if it's $5, they still charge you a whole dollar for it. So, you know what I'm gonna say? Now, it's different everywhere across the country, as I have studied and observed, so forth like that. Some places you they vote on taxes. Some places they vote on every tax, and some places they vote every year on taxes. Some places they a lot of things just go through head persons on a chair board, whether it's a school board or whether it's the state legislature. Is different everywhere. But what I'm encouraging everyone to do is get active. And if your cousin, your neighbor, your loved one is not getting adequate services in this system, vote no on every motherfucking one of those damn things, because you're not gonna get there and you getting paid to at least live your life in peace and stuff like that. And here it is, you can't even provide adequate uh basic education. Like I said, if your standard child can't get a good education, well, goddamn, you know about the special needs ain't about getting no good education. It's rare. Unless you have those, Linda Jean type of beige folks. You know who Linda Jean is. Norma Jean, Linda Jean. Then you may get some good special needs, sir. You may, but that ain't too guaranteed. It ain't too happening, okay? So for these taxes here, no need to be. If you got a country, if the top superintendent, the directors, whoever got it, you gotta get your salary cut 15%. Because if you gonna give me 50 to 99% headache, then guess what? You don't need that raise. And no. We need to get stuff together. They need to start getting people that really match, be serious and get a match. Like, hey, would I let my child think when they hiring? Oh, instead of just putting somebody for a position and sociopath think, would I really let them get there and teach my children? If they think more like that when they put these people in these positions, then Oh, well, they sound real nice. They look real. They trying to get a damn job. And this is why stop encouraging people to go for stuff that they don't match with. You can't be telling some gloomy casting. Just don't be telling them to go be no nurse. You can't be telling them to go be no teacher. School is not gonna catch them up. If it's not in them, maybe they need to go work at Walmart. Cause I ain't gonna get mad. It ain't too much I can really get mad about unless they get there and steal a little card or something. But hey, I love cash. I rather deal with cash. But then I try not to do transactions many times because you try to listen to this video and think that you're gonna get there and But you just can't be gloomy and all these old just common core, just dummies, just getting opportunities is just untrustworthy, unvaluable, and just a broken down institution. The next thing I'm gonna still address whether it's relevant to me or not, because as you know, you check the other videos channels, everything is not just relevant. So it's weighing out what's happening common in the community. So about the proof of address, that's an invasion of privacy. Somebody shouldn't have to show you proof of their light bill so you get an estimate of how much they paying for their light bill, or whether the bank receipt, whether they rent, own, or whatever living conditions that they may be in. Somebody might be in an inheritance. You don't need to know that. If they coming to school, you already got the child there. So ain't nobody coming 5 hours away to the district. They within the state. And if so, their parent may work there. So it ain't that big a deal to be trying to trip about who not in the right address. You had schools equal, you wouldn't have all that. And then, it's just too invasive. And then how they start doing. They know that you got a house. No, they'll start doing stuff so you can lose your job, not pay your house. So people be crazy, and they got some immature, common jackass. Oh gosh, what to call them? So some frag lions. That's what I'm gonna call them. Some frag lions. They do some hating stuff. That's just an example of some stuff they do. And so you shouldn't have to show proof of your address. You show that they got a birth certificate. They get proof that the child yours, and they got proof whether you rent, own, inheritance, or what a shelter, whatever the proof of other paper you got. That's too much fucking information to be educated for the type of education that old cheap ass education they give any goddamn way. For all that, they need to be giving you that information. They need to be giving you top-notch education as though you almost Obama child. They need to be giving you better education because they get paid real good for each child for every day that they go there. Next thing I'm going to talk about is how they got all to the forefront all this advocacy for transgender. Now, I'm not going to put transgender and Muslim together, but, that's highly been covered. Do you know that they consider us 2/3 citizens? The transgender and Muslim gonna be two different things. People just should not be harassed. They just should not be harassed. Now, with a lifestyle that does have some jail tricks to it, some things may seem as harassment, but you gotta get sometimes people call themselves being extrovert. Going extra for you to goddamn know them and shit. And then they like to play these little tricks here about transgender. I'm gonna get into a video at another time, or it may be in another contributing composition later on in the future that I may do. About something that happened in a setting with I'm gonna go by that another time, because that's about that story. It gonna probably take about 5 minutes to even tell that the whole thing. You know, people ask for a summary, but summary, that's how summary leads to misleading and rumors. So just get the whole story by, just like, okay, let's put everything. Okay. My problem with especially making transgender a headline topic is, like I said, nobody should be bullied. And I'm not going to put that and compare it to Muslim as they compare the being black to being homosexual, trisexual, whatever the hell that is. I'm not going to put those together. But like, if you want, make one bathroom, okay? God damn it, make one fucking bathroom. Stop, don't have no community bathrooms. That's why all that gang activity going on and stuff like that. No extrovert agitating cheering. They don't need to be going in the bathroom always trying to make somebody like them, and all that gang activity be happening in the bathroom and stuff like that. Make one goddamn bathroom, okay? When you go up in there, you piss, you shit, whatever it come from, however, you go up in there, you get out, clean yourself, wash your hands, and get the fuck on out there. Okay, like, we just make extra subjects that don't need to be made fucking subjects, topics. It just don't need to be, like, you waste so many meetings, and this has been over a year, and I could tell you that this has been the head focus. But what's not being spoken about is basic services. That's like bare. Is, you know what I'm saying? If the transgender is just overrides. The fraction is just not even of how much is attended. The special needs and gifted education is not addressed. It is not highlighted. So though I just don't get how people with special needs, more of them need to come together. And I'm sure there are those in a lot of places, but of course I gotta speak from my current engagement. And it's just not, it's just so fragmented. And in the plans, you gonna put all this money for a fucking bathroom. When you would just make you go one in at a time. You don't even have enough adequate and quality personnel for gifted education. You identify up in the 3rd grade, but what about preparing them? What's the sense of having early childhood education if you're gonna get there and children get distracted and pick up the ways of this, the ways of deception? That song Change Your Nature by BB and CC. So between them in preschool to 2nd grade, and I can tell you, you get exposed to something, you'll be surprised with some children, and you don't catch on sometimes. And sometimes I think back, and I didn't catch on to some stuff maybe till I got older, or maybe till another situation happened and stuff like that. You don't identify, but what about still preparing the children for gifted education? That needs to be at the top of the plan. Then worry about a fucking bathroom with a special label and a catering for some kind of fucking parade. Carry a book, and if you want to, whatever you read, because like I say, you cater to the transgender, you're going to have to cater to the prostitute club. You're going to have to cater to the incest club. You're going to have to cater, and then they talk about no discrimination based on sexual orientation. Pedophilia is considered a sexual orientation. Like, it's really at the highest court level. You don't have to believe it, but you don't read badly neither. You ought to go by what you hear and what's presented to you, and it's not until you head on with it that you believe it. So, here I say it. I ain't saying it's already written. They got a book called, and it's out of print. So if you find it at a garage sale, you better pick it up. When the ball drop, how gays gonna take over the world. You better read that mug. I don't care what nobody say. Um, you be that, but you have your limits. Don't come play no little jail tricks. And don't come out with me and mine about it. Like I say, you deserve to have clean food. You deserve to have clean housing. But a lot of that extra jail stuff, I ain't for that. And I'm not gonna go out the way to tease you, but don't come extroverting like make me wanna, like be doing that funny recruiting ass shit. Mm-mm. And the word ain't funny. Let's call it tickle funny ass shit. Next thing, this 360 sit at the table. I'm going to have to do a part 2 because I don't like really doing long videos and they take a long time to update. So, I'm going to do a part 2 on this here. And it's going to go about 20 minutes. So, this is going to, public school going to take up the whole thing. And I'm going to put the arrest video on part 1 and part 2. But yeah, this is going to go up, okay? 360 sit at the table. You about gonna have the critters come sit there, the grasshopper, the flies, the bees, all of them gonna have to come. They gonna need to come. All this old come sit at the table meetings that they always want you to do for everything. I'm telling you, is the table made out of cardboard or particle board? Cause we ain't getting no fucking well. It's getting soggy and it's breaking. And the splinters about coming out, okay? And I ain't trying to catch them, but you sit at that table. You sit at that table because when you sitting at the table when you apply, so why didn't you sit at the table and have your syllabus together when you apply to be applicable in what you apply and what you then got hired and selected for? This speaking about the institution of public school, the involuntary institution of public school, the taxpayers that pay in, tourists that come here whether they got a card or not, that pay into it. Everybody that pay the diapers, the mama that buy diapers. Even when you get your weave done, everything tax, income tax. It's all paid for. And let's not mention when they do this bail, parking tickets, and stuff like that. Institution is supported. So don't get there and let the institution think that it's blessed and highly favored. That is God just straight put it up. It is supported by taxpayers. Even that welfare woman when she go buy diapers. This is part 1. Fiesty Feeling Friday. Part 1. Do subscribe, press that bell, reply, like, and share.